So what does it mean to own your own record company, your own record label? What exactly does it mean? What does it entail? A lot of people profess to know, but do they really? What does DIY mean? Do it yourself. A lot of these same people who profess to know what it takes to own a record label or record company really have no clue. They have no idea. What I'd like to discuss today are royalty checks. How does one receive royalties for album sales? Well, if you have an album that sells overseas, you will never really know exactly when to receive your royalties. You'll never really know when you might receive a royalty check, because the business is really all about accounts receivables and accounts payables. A lot of people don't understand this process. They have no clue as to how this takes place. You might get a check for 1 penny, you might get a check for $100. It all depends, and nothing is consistent per se. You receive your royalty check whenever it comes in the mail and whenever someone decides to account for the albums that you sold. So what does that mean to the average person? Well, perhaps not much, but in terms of those who contemplate going into the business, they ought to know, because there are a lot of misconceptions about the independent recording industry. Some people enjoy working paycheck to paycheck. This is what they do. Other people enjoy being self-employed. For instance, if you have some digital media that you enjoy, you might reminisce and pull out an old favorite. I enjoy foreign language software. It's fun to learn a foreign language. So you may, again, pull out a DVD that you recorded for YouTube, CDR perhaps, and say, I have a skill in that I am able to record media to present to the world. Now, how do I get paid? Well, again, it may not be much. It might not always amount to much, but as I'm alluding to, when you're working from paycheck to paycheck, you always expect X amount of dollars to be in your account. What I like to do is I like to get the envelope, open it, and see hundreds, 50s, 20s. This is what I like to do. It doesn't, hurt to earn a few, extra, hundreds here and there, and, a handful of 20s. I just go and put it in the bank, and then I keep $1 in my pocket. That's what I do. That's how I operate. So, for those out there who are happy with their day-to-day lives, yet profess to their friends and colleagues in this hip-hop rap industry that they want to get into the business of making money in the hip-hop rap industry, and they want to start a record label or be part of a record label, a record company, that they want to make this money, this independent money. Well, that's the truth. The truth is, in the beginning, your royalty checks may not be that large, but at least you have a day job, and you can fall back on what you've been doing throughout the course of your life. You have a day job, so you have a steady paycheck. Royalty check in the mail doesn't hurt. It only adds to your earnings. Put your royalties in the bank. Keep $1 in your pocket. If anybody asks you if you got any dough, just be like, nah man, I'm broke. Oh, my bad, I got $1 in my pocket.